All right, and
Cool.
3, 2, 1. Hello,
Hello.
welcome.
Thank you for
I'm
having
really glad
me.
to have you on, bro.
I'm so excited. This is super
Hey,
cool.
Yeah, that's hype. All right, so how is making music? Because I don't understand anything about making music, anything about music in general. Besides, I just know that it's a bunch of sounds I like.
It's a lot of sounds you like.
All right, so for everyone watching, what would you describe your music as? Like, what genre? Like,
It's kind of tough because genres are like there's so many subcategories,
Yeah, I
and it's
know.
kind of just like whatever the fuck at this point. I guess like I'm a solo artist, so I guess singer songwriter, but it's like that can encompass so many things. It's me with an acoustic guitar. If I need other people in the studio, like I'll bring them in, but it's like I write all the lyrics and all the music and like decide, yeah, oh, this track needs trumpet on it, let me go find a trumpet player.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But like, yeah, I guess like acoustic punk, like DIY, singer songwriter, indie,
Okay.
emo, like it,
Yeah.
it could fall under any of them. And I try to, have variety and not make the same three songs over
Yeah.
and over again.
So many artists do that. They'll just like find one like sound and then
Yeah.
just like keep making it.
Yeah, exactly. Which honestly, like, I mean, if it works for them,
Yeah,
can't really blame
yeah,
them. Like, they
can't get
found
mad.
the formula.
But artists like that never last more
No,
than
yeah.
a year or two.
Exactly. But, yeah. But, to answer your question, like, I don't know. I've been playing guitar since I was like 11 or 12. And, I started writing my own music. Like, we came up with the band name Strangeness in Proportion when I was like 14.
Okay.
I was in 8th grade, and like, dude, the music we made when I was in 8th grade, like, should just be like eradicated. Like,
I love hearing everyone's like first songs
oh my god, dude!
because it's
like,
always like it's always terrible.
because what we did, like, especially in middle school, I was like super into Blink-182, and like they had all their like stupid joke songs that were just perfect for
Yeah.
edgy middle schoolers, and we were like, okay, what if we made like a joke album just to kind of try something
Yeah.
and get something out there? So we came up with with this album called Get Stepped On by Bigfoot. And like, I vividly remember I was like sitting in English class, like not paying attention, and it's just like writing down lyrics like, "Your bitch." Like,
Your teacher walks over just like, what are you doing? You're like,
Yeah.
Nothing.
crumple up the paper.
Oh, I'm just talking about catching the ride. That's it. That's
It's
nothing
like,
to worry
it's
about.
like in Superbad when he's drawing all the dicks.
Yeah. I love that movie so much.
Oh my god, Superbad is it's withheld the test of time so well, dude.
What I like about Superbad is you can rewatch it so many times.
So many times.
There are a lot of comedy movies where you're like, oh, like this is pretty funny, and the second go around you're like,
Yeah.
like it's not all that good.
No, and it gets better. Like,
Yeah.
the more you can quote it, like, the better it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like, oh, I've heard this quote like a million times, like, let's get over it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I feel like every scene has
Yeah.
like a quotable part.
oh my god. And, like, there's so many little bits, like, if you're watching, like, Jonah Hill do something and you look
Yeah.
over and like, every time, like, if you just focus on one character the whole movie, like, you will see all the little things that they do.
Yeah. Apparently Seth Rogen was working on that movie like for 10 years, over 10 years.
Yeah, I
he
think
started
it was-
writing it in high school.
Yeah, I think they were actually. What I heard was they were like 13 when they
Yeah.
started writing it. Like they were in like Jewish school or something. It was like, what would be funny? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't. I mean, it's just so perfect. I'm glad that exists. I'm glad he held on. Like,
it's so funny.
if I had written a movie when I was 14, like, I hope to God it would never be released. But that one worked.
I bet it was a completely different movie.
No, yeah,
By, like,
probably.
I mean, 10 years later.
but
There's
like,
no way he just like wrote it like first
yeah.
draft. He's like, this is solid.
This
He
is
does
it.
a
This
stupid
is the
laugh.
one.
It's, I can't do it. It's crazy because he's the most recognizable laugh.
Oh yeah.
There's this one TikTok I saw, and it's just completely dark, and like a trunk bed door opens up, and you're
I've
inside
seen
of it,
this
and it's like it just starts off, and it kills me every time.
POV, you've just been kidnapped by
Yeah.
Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a couple of those too. Like there's one, he's in the basement. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, those
It's
are
so
classic.
funny. I love TikTok.
Oh my God.
I remember when TikTok first came out, everyone was shitting on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, you wait.
Oh,
I was
just
fucking
you
right. I wish I made videos on it when it started.
Oh, you would have
Yeah.
blown up so fast. Like I know your crab video is what like blew up first,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pissed that that one blew up.
It's still good though.
Yeah,
Like it's
I
a good
know.
one, but
But like,
no,
it
it's
wasn't my idea or anything.
Yeah.
I just like, oh, I should film this.
No, the weirdest shit, like, because I was super late to TikTok, and I was kind of like in the boat, like this is stupid. Like it's a bunch
because
of like.
it was just a bunch of like kids dancing.
Yeah,
like,
no,
this is
I was
annoying.
like, I don't want to associate with this whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, but other people who were making music that I associated with were starting to do it, and they were like, dude, it's like so easy to blow up. Like,
Yeah.
just somehow it happens. I was like, you know what? Like, fine, I'll give it a shot. And then, like, literally, like, my second video, which was the stupidest thing. It was just like, if you like these bands, check out my music. And that has, like, fucking, like, 15,000 views or some stupid shit. Like,
yeah.
and then I, like, will actually have a good idea. I'm like, oh, this one's gonna be great. And then, like, 10 views. I'm
Yeah,
like,
then it never
okay.
works. I feel like just the more you try, the less it
Yo,
works.
yeah. They can smell it.
Yeah.
They're like, there was effort
They're like,
in
this is
this. Like,
scripted.
fuck that.
There's one that like I actually scripted and like I actually put hard work into, and it actually blew up. And it was
Oh, that probably felt great.
yeah, it was I don't know if you saw, I don't know if you're following me.
I should
Jonathan
be.
__ Darcy, shameless plug.
There it is.
I so I dressed up as a Chick-fil-A worker. I'll just show you it.
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Forgot I like own the rights to it.
It's funny you bring that up with owning the rights, because, like, with how YouTube works is I don't think, like, it's actually caused any issues, but, like, releasing my music on Spotify and, like, all the other platforms, it'll, like, and then manually releasing my music videos on my personal YouTube account, like, I'll get emails, like, your video has a copyright strike because of this music. Like, it hasn't
That's
taken
nuts.
anything down. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think I've gotten in trouble, but it's just, like, funny.
That's crazy. You're like your channel gets taken down, but like by posting like your own music.
Yeah, right.
Wait, where is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Big order.
God, dude.
My
I feel. Here's the thing, though. Like, I think I've seen that video and had no idea it was you.
Yeah, like a bunch of people like texted me saying that. They're like, dude, I just saw like there's a Jonathan __ Darcy. They're like,
Oh my
no
God.
fucking way.
That is so funny. That's really good.
Yeah, but that was the only one. That was the actually there's one where like I took my like I went got your nose and I grabbed it, but I bought like a bunch of fake noses.
Oh, no.
And I had it in like a drawer and I go finally and I open a drawer, it's just filled with noses. I can go and I go I can add it to the collection and I just like place it down.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. That's good.
Yeah.
I dig that.
Yeah, have you just tried? I don't know how hard it is, but have you tried just posting your songs on TikTok?
Yeah, kind of like I get the 15-second sounds, which is kind of annoying because it's only like I can't choose which 15 seconds. It's just like here's 15 seconds of your song, and then like I don't know, I'll have it like in the background or like I've done a few things, but like I got lucky with the first one blowing up being like, you know, listen to my music, because that did get me a significant amount of
Yeah.
people listening, but like after a while it just kind of like, first off, it's the same thing, and then like a lot of the people who have followed because of that, it's like, okay, well, I already listen to your music, so it's like,
Yeah.
you kind of got to find the balance of like promoting yourself and just doing random shit to kind of build up that follower
Yeah.
count and have more people like, you know, I have people that I'm friends with that make music, and like their videos that have nothing to do with their music blow up, and they're like, now they got to be like, hey, 10,000 people, I know you saw that one TikTok of me being a little goofball. Can you go support my career?
Yeah. It's crazy too because I feel like all the views and all that shit, it never translates into like
No,
subscribers
yeah,
or anything.
it's weird. Sometimes like, but it's kind of nice. I mean, obviously, I'd rather it blow up, but it is kind of nice. Like, you see all the numbers, and then the few people that like do stick around, and it's like you can recognize kind of the same accounts liking your stuff and commenting.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you know, like you're serious. Like you're actually sticking around. That's really cool.
I feel like for most artists, I mean, there are some that this doesn't like really apply to, but I feel like most artists in general, they the ones that stick around and are the strongest, they have a steady incline.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I feel like one of the prime examples is PewDiePie. Like he was making videos for like what 3 years, and then like consistently, and he just started slowly growing them up.
Yeah.
And then once he had like a mil, then it started to just fucking blow up.
I feel like that's what I've heard about TikTok is like the first 1,000 is really hard to get to, but after that, like it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's what they say about YouTube too.
That makes sense. Like, I don't know, and it's definitely like word of mouth too. Like once people start following, they're like, hey, I'm gonna send this to like 3 of my friends, and then they'll, you know.
I feel like the notoriety of it too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this person has 20,000 like followers. Like,
oh yeah. It's kind of, it builds the rhetoric. It's like, oh, well, 20,000 people are already behind this. It's like, it's not just some nobody with like, not like, it should matter, but like subconsciously people are like, oh, this is someone that like I can get behind. This is someone that I can actually listen to and like trust what they're saying or whatever.
Because I feel like also, I mean, I see myself doing this all the time. Like say they have like a fucking hilarious video and say it has like 3 million views and like a really good like ratio. Let's say like it's 1/3, so like they have like 1 million likes. I'd be like, wow, like this person's like really good. Let me go look at their page, and they only have like 3,000 followers.
Yeah, no.
Like my initial thought is always like, oh, they're not gonna stick around. You know, but like if I look at their page and they have like over 50,000, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna hop on this boat, like, and just watch this kid blow up.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's been a few like commentary people or people who watch movies that I found that like are like they're probably our age, and it's like okay, like it's definitely big for like their age and it's like good for them on the success, but like in the grand scheme of things it's like they're very far from like 1 million, but it's like seeing like every video it's like oh, more like actively more and more people, like I think I don't remember who it is, but I think there's someone that goes to Temple that I just like naturally found and then found out that he went to Temple and I was like I might know this kid, like
that's hype.
But as far as YouTube stuff, I'm sure you have too, just kind of the age we grew up in, but like I was making YouTube videos when I was like really young, like go through so many different accounts and phases.
Yeah, we just like tear through them.
I have a video that I don't know if you saw it. I did like a review of this video recently because I started kind of posting on the account again. But one of my videos when I was like 12 blew the fuck up. Like
just like recently? Or just like when you were like when you were young?
It was probably gradual, but like at some point I just checked and I think it's like 1.6 million views or something. Want to know what the fuck this video is?
What was it?
It's 12-year-old me with like a horrible like webcam microphone, just like sniffling and just like I had like a cold or something and I was home from school and I just built this like terrible SpongeBob Minecraft world. And it's just me like, so here's the Krusty Krab. And it's like, it's so bad, dude. Like I spent like a month working on it and like I recorded the video and it's just like, it's the most cringe, and it's funny because it blew up because everyone fucking hated it. So all the comments are like, fuck you, dude, this is terrible.
Like, fuck you, die.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but it's so fun. Like, I mean, for 1.6 million views, like, I think I have 2,000 followers, but I'm like, I could use this account and, like, rebrand it or something. And it's like, that's 2,000 people that would otherwise not see what I post. But yeah, I did, like, a reaction. I was just me like fucking screaming at how bad it is. Like,
that's so funny though. Me and my friend Andrew Sullivan, me and him, so he had this YouTube channel called Colorvision, and in 6th grade he was like, yo, like let's make this like funny ass video, and it was like do you remember like Smosh?
Yeah.
Remember their food battles?
Yeah, yeah.
They had like these scripted like fake things.
Yeah.
So like we did something like that, but it was like prank wars.
Oh no.
And it was like so cringy and it's like awful to watch. And I mean it's still like kind of funny.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, like we were actually like pretty funny when we were like 11. And I remember it had like 500,000 views.
Oh shit.
And then he said that it got like flagged or something. So you had to take it down. And but yeah, I just remember reading all the comments. And I was like, oh, like, well, like, I was like so happy. I was like, I wonder what these people think. And it was just all like, kill yourself, like, fuck you, like, this is awful. Like, I can't believe like someone gave you a camera. Like
yeah, I started when I was like 10. You remember Fred?
Yeah.
I started making like basically like knockoff Fred videos, and I was like, my character was Ryan. And, like, I don't even remember the shit we did, but it was just me, like, running around my neighborhood, just, like, fucking screaming and doing, like, the stupidest shit. That none of those videos, like, I think that whole channel got, like, deleted and just, like, it got hacked or something. And, like,
Classic.
I think someone even, like, they hacked it and they made a video, like, the account was like Mega Actor or something. It was spelt wrong too. And they just like made a video like rip Mega Actor. It's like he fell out a window and died. Like
Just an adult man doing this. Just like, oh, fuck these kids.
I'm gonna ruin this kid's life.
That's so funny. So, do you think TikTok's gonna stay a while, or do you think it's gonna die out?
It's been a few years, right?
Yeah, it happened when I was a senior in high school. So that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that checks out.
2 years old.
Well, hasn't it? How long was Vine around? Because it's already like surpassed.
2-3 years.
Yeah, it's like around the time.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll last like forever.
No, not as long as YouTube.
No, yeah, but I think it might have like a few more years. Honestly, like, yeah, it's fun to rip on TikTok, and it's like there are definitely justified reasons to, but like, holy shit, what TikTok has done for the music industry.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Kids
are like blowing up out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it's super cool. Like, good for them, and it's just, yeah, the algorithm is like pretty good with TikTok. It's just the amount of music I find off of it, and it's not just like the typical stuff like, oh, this is clearly a TikTok song.
No, it's like really good songs.
Yeah.
You know Joji?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like,
for sure.
That's how he gained like most of his traction.
Really?
Like, I know he already had a pretty strong
with,
fan base
with Filthy Frank, yeah. But it's like such a 180 that, you know.
I feel like he's like a really good example of like steady incline.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like his fan base is so loyal. Did you ever hear about how YouTube fucking hated Filthy Frank?
Oh, I'm sure they did.
They said, like, apparently, like, you could check how much like you're on the like whatever their For You pages, like the recommended or trending and shit like that. And I'm pretty sure the only video that got on there was the Harlem Shake video.
Oh God, yeah,
that
makes
was like
sense.
the only one.
Yeah,
you know?
I
apparently,
believe
like
it.
the algorithm hated him, and like rightfully so. If I'm a business owner and I want someone representing my business, I would not want Joji to do it.
That's true. He seems like such like a wholesome guy. Like I've seen him in interviews, and like honestly, just his music. It's like how is this the same guy? Like good for him. It's super cool, but like complete like, and he like, I don't want to be like hyperbolic about it, but like he like really killed the identity of Filthy Frank and like completely rebranded himself.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job.
No,
too.
I think so too. Yeah, it's super impressive.
I like that you can still see like little echoes of just like his personality, because like when you watch his music videos, like you're like, oh, like there's still like bits of Filthy Frank in him.
Yeah,
like
I think he was really smart about it because he did like the Pink Eye album, and it's like, hey, like obviously this is goofy, but like I can make serious music that actually like at least like this sounds good.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was definitely like I feel like he had a plan. He's like here's what I'll do for the next couple of years to try and wean off Filthy Frank and go from there.
just make sure they're all alive. Sorry about that.
You're good.
But yeah, I remember finding one of his songs, and I was like, yo, this dude's so fucking funny. And then I like watched one of the YouTube videos, and I was like, oh my god, like that's Pink Guy, that's Filthy Frank's like, dude. I thought it was just like another guy called like the Pink Guy. Just so funny.
Yeah. Good stuff.
What kind of phone's that?
It is a hydrogen red, you know?
Like camera? Like the LEDs? Holy shit.
So
how good's the camera on it?
Well, I fucked it up because I'm fucking stupid. Like, I don't know.
Do you not have a case on it?
No, and
Dude,
the only
psychopath.
No, okay, here's the thing. I usually go like the most expensive OtterBox and shit, and it was between like I was eligible for an upgrade. So the guy was like, "You can either get this phone or like a Google Pixel." And I was like, I admit I'm pretty ignorant, but like I had heard some not so great things about the Google Pixel, and like I wanted a good camera, I wanted a durable, like strong phone, I wanted something with good battery. That was like kind of it. A lot of storage, good battery, and like decent camera. So I was just like, that's fine. And he was like, this is what we use at the like Verizon store as our like store phones or whatever. And he was like, straight up, I've chucked this at a wall and it's been fine. I was like, okay, it just must have like, I mean, that's a big ass camera. Like,
Yeah, it's huge.
it fucking, yeah, I just must have like dropped it right on at the perfect spot.
Yeah.
But like, it's still, I mean, for it being broken, it's still pretty good.
Is that one of the ones that like when you do a selfie, it like comes up?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not taking many selfies, to be honest.
What's that little thing up top?
I honestly
Like
couldn't
that-
tell you.
That right there.
Couldn't tell you. I don't have a clue. Let's see. Let's take a selfie here.
I can see the like the cameras up there. I wonder what that is though. That's wild.
Yeah, no, it's pretty whack.
It
No,
looks
but it's
cool,
a good
though.
phone. Yeah.
It looks like 80s retro.
True.
It looks so sick though.
Yeah, it's really. There's like, I don't know. There's a lot of features on it.
80s
that's-
futuristic, not retro.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's no, there's a lot of cool features that like I'm not gonna utilize, but it's like cool that it exists. Like there's, I don't know, there's something with it where you can kind of make like a 3D or like, you know, those like bookmarks that were like holographic. Like there's some effect that you can do with them. I don't know, man. I'm stupid. I don't know how shit works.
I used to have a Samsung,
Uh-huh.
and I had it for a while, and then I just remember like mine broke in like such a beautiful way. It was at Disney, and
no.
it like fell out of my pocket. Some dude fucking just landed on it or like walked on it. And, And I just remember I looked at it and I tried using it. I swear to God, it looked like one of the original Game Boys. Where it was just like one single like monochrome, and then like it was so laggy. Like when you moved it, all the fonts and like anything on the screen would drag.
Oh my God.
Along with it. So like if you went like that, like all the texts, all the context
That's so
that you would
whack.
have would just merge into just like one black
Oh
bar.
my God, that's insane.
Yeah.
I remember I had I don't remember what phone it was, but like I had it for a long ass time, and it was like all cracked and shattered on the front to the point where like actual chunks of glass were coming out of it. It's like I'm definitely gonna cut my finger on this.
Yeah. But it's a good phone. You like it?
Yeah. I haven't had any problems to be honest.
I don't know if I want to change. Well, definitely not right now because I have a MacBook and I also have a Mac desktop, and then I have 4 iPhones.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was talking about it in my last podcast. I get so many things for free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like every single one of those cameras. Actually, those 2, I bought on a bundle from my friend because he either refurbishes the ones or I don't know how we
cool.
got a hold of them. I'm not gonna ask any questions, but he was like, "I'll give you $50 for both of them." I was like, "Fucking word, perfect." And
Nice.
yeah, I got that from my friend because he got a PC and he was like, "I hate that piece of shit," and I was like, "I will take that piece of shit."
Yeah.
And that one was like my friend's mom's. This one was my friend's like old one because she was like rich or something.
I
was like,
guess,
I just
yeah.
have like a bunch just collecting dust, and I was like, "I'll take it."
It's incredible what you can get when you walk into an Apple store with a gun. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I actually robbed him with a banana. Well, it was a
no.
plantain, but it looks like a banana.
they couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah. Until I whack them. Plantains are hard as fuck. You ever had a plantain?
No, I don't
They're
think
terrible.
so.
They're so bad.
Well, the thing, like, I can't even. I just don't like bananas, and I don't even think it's the taste. But whoa, no. But
I love bananas.
here's the thing, though. I've seen so many like growing up with like my cousins and shit, like seeing like babies just mash bananas, and, like I'm like, and they're like I can't.
Yeah, no, that's
bananas
pretty
and
grody.
Cheerios, like
Yeah.
I can't do it.
What?
Like, get that around.
That's like the go-to meal for me.
Oh my God. I mean, more power to you. Just, yeah, it's like, I'm sure if I ate a banana, I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty good, but like, I would throw up just the fucking visuals I have.
Like mashed bananas are gross. I like this is weird. I like cold bananas. They're really good.
I mean, like
Not frozen, but just like
I
cold.
gotcha.
Like if you put a banana in a fridge, I'm like eat. It's so good.
If you had
I used
those-
to what?
No, go ahead.
I used to like I said, cut up bananas and I put them in little Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer, and I'd come back the next day and I would take them out and put them in a blender with just like a little bit of milk, and it was like this super nice organic ice cream, and I would just eat it.
That
and
sounds
it was
pretty
so
good.
My psych teacher, Mr. Heim, told me that. He used to be like super fat. He looked like Jack Black. A bunch of his students just used to call him Jack Black. So then he was like, "Fuck it," and just lost weight, and he looks really good now.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, but that's what I used to eat instead of ice cream. So I was like, I'm gonna do that because I eat so much ice cream.
I kind of want to try that.
Definitely should.
Have you had like frozen grapes? Have you ever done that?
I don't think so. Is it good?
It's a frozen grape, just a hard grape, you know. But yeah,
I'd be too scared that I'd just like choke on it because I'm a moron. So I know I'm gonna die in the dumbest way. I'm gonna choke. I'm gonna just trip and fall and hit my head on something stupid.
Well, I fucking did you hear about my fucking femur accident?
No, what happened?
So me and Sean from class, we stream on Twitch on Wednesdays. And I was going, so I have concrete steps, like, in my backyard. We don't use the front door.
Yeah.
And it just goes right down to the driveway. So it snowed, and we did, like, the shoveling and everything, but it was icy as fuck. And I was just walking down to my car, like, I was on Discord on my phone, like, talking to Sean. And just slipped, like, fucking flew. And just landed perfectly on my side. Just, like... I've never broken a bone before.
Yeah.
So leave it to me to fucking break the hardest bone possible. And like,
how much did it hurt though?
Oh my god, like easily the worst. Ooh,
okay. Hey, little moment.
Easily the worst pain I'd ever felt. And like, I was just laying there. And it's like, I really wish we had like security cameras, because like, holy shit, when I play that video, like every single
you just make
day,
it like your profile picture.
Like, yeah, I slipped, and it's like, dude, it was painful. Like, not to invalidate how much pain I was in, but I'm just laying there like, Mom! And like, my parents come down and they're like, holy fucking shit, like, what the fuck? I'm like...
Did it look like broken?
Nothing was like out.
Okay.
Like, I was just kind of laying there, and I was like, could not move, could not stand. Like, thank God I didn't hit my head. Like,
yeah.
You know, if it had to have been anyone, like, honestly, good thing it was me, because, like, my parents or, like, my little sister would have, like, seriously fucking died. But yeah, I'm laying there, and they're like, oh my god, like, do you need an ambulance? And I was like, I don't know, just don't touch me, just let me lay down for a little bit, give me, like, 20 minutes, if it still hurts, call an ambulance, because, like, I didn't know, all I knew was I was in insane pain, but, like, even if I hadn't broken my femur, like, that's going to take a few minutes to recover from, like, so I'm like, I don't want you to call an ambulance, and then, like, by the time they get here, I'm, like, moving and up and active.
Like,
and,
never mind. It just, like, hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I just sat...
cold out. Everything hurts so much more in the cold.
Dude, it does, for real. Yeah, I just sat there for, like, 20 minutes, and they tried to, like, move me and shit. I was like, nah, just leave me be. Like, I just want to relax here for a little bit, like... And aside from the initial fall, the hospital was great, like... super, especially like during COVID time, like I was super lucky. I got my own room and like had privacy and everything. But when they took me in, they were like, we gotta do some x-rays, like we're gonna have to, you know, change your clothes and put you in the
Ayo.
fucking thing. Yeah. Ooh. And the fucking people, this was the only bad experience I had. They start fucking yanking at my pants. And I'm like, ooh, like, no, like, I'm fucking screaming.
Yeah.
Like,
you wearing, like, tight pants, too?
No, not really, but, like, there, like, at that point, there was, like, no moving my leg. Like, the fucking breeze hurt. Like... You're just like, cut them off. Just get cut them off. Straight up. They were like, they just immediately start yanking on them, and they're like, we can either, like, cut these off or keep pulling. And I was like, fucking cut them off. I do not give a fuck. Like, what kind of sentimental attachment do you think I have to these pants? Like, I do not fucking care.
Yeah.
And I told them straight up, I was like, I'm not gonna sue you if you cut my pants. I don't care. Like, please, I'm begging you to cut my pants. And they're just like, did you say yank? Like, I was like, and then, like, they didn't cut them off. They just yanked them off. And it was, other than the initial fall, that was the worst pain in the
like,
entire.
Fuck, we don't have any scissors. That's like
scalpel. Yeah.
Yeah, I thankfully have never broken a bone.
Oh, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
I thought I did one time. I was running to my friend's house, and I wasn't wearing shoes. It was just like in the middle of summer. It was at nighttime, and there, just in the middle of the grass, was just like this perfect little ditch.
That'll get you.
And like, I just remember like running, and I was doing like one of like the strides.
Yeah.
And I just remember my foot went in it, and it went like that far in it, and then I weigh a lot, even though I don't look it, and my whole just fucking ankle just went,
Ooh.
and it made like a super loud noise.
Oh God.
And I'm just like, I broke my ankle, and I'm laying on the ground, and I just remember a deer was just like, he was standing right there, and he heard the noise. He was like, "What the fuck?" And he just looked at me, and I looked at him, and I was like, and he's like, "Damn, you fucked up." And I was like,
no.
"Dude, I know." And I just remember I crawled. I was like
Holy
50 feet away from my friend's house, dude. So I just crawled there.
Oh my God, dude.
And then I just remember laying down. I was like, "Damn, I definitely broke my ankle." They're like, "You want to like go to the hospital?" I was like, "No, let's just play zombies because I really want to play the Sea Sparrows."
Yeah, if I was in the house, I'd be like, yeah, just take me to bed. I'm gonna go play GTA. But yeah, dude, that was like in fucking February, so it's like kind of insane that I'm like walking as well.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really hurt. I went to the park with Sean, and it's funny that I was on Discord when that happened because like that's honestly probably when I cracked my phone. I just like he just heard like a like boom smack and then like really quick I disconnect like
You're like, I'm not gonna sound like a bitch in front of my friends.
yeah, no, exactly. And like we were like honestly even seconds away from going live. Could you imagine if he had clicked live and
would
just
be so funny.
help and, but like, you know, I was like in the hospital, like going through all that process. Like he didn't hear from me until like hours later. He was like, I just thought like, I don't know, something came up, like I don't know. It's like, I don't know, maybe you died, I didn't know. So he just had to like go through the whole stream like, I wonder what that was about.
Hope's alright. That's funny though. It's funny that we're like that. Like dudes are just, we're like, shut up. Like I'm fine.
Yeah, no.
Like you can, like your leg could be in half. You'd be like, I'm not crying. Like it's whatever.
Yeah.
Just like shut up, guys. Why y'all looking at me? Let's just go. I remember when I was growing up, I have an older brother, and I remember like the first summer my parents were like, "All right, fine, like just go. Like I don't want to watch you. Just go, like just go with Kev wherever he goes." And I remember I was riding on like my bike. Well, I always got Kev's hand-me-downs, so I just had like this piece of shit bike. And I just remember riding. We were riding down a hill, and the front wheel came off.
Dude, no.
And I just flew forward, and I just remember my hand scraped, and I rolled, and I didn't smack my head, though.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really good
good.
at not hitting my head, thankfully. Even, like, it doesn't help, because, like, I'm a moron. And I just remember rolling, and just everything scraped, and they're like, "Are you good?" And I just remember putting the tire back on. I was like, "I'm fine, let's just go, guys. Let's just go," just holding in tears. They're like, "Dude, we can stop. Like, it's fine." I was like, "Dude, let's just go."
That's fun. I have a similar story, only it was self-inflicted. Like, kind of makes it funnier because it's just like, why the fuck did this go through my mind? But I was riding around the park near my house, and it's like a big park. Like, even if there are people there, like chances are, like you won't, like you're not gonna be in like a cluster of people. Like you kind of have it to yourself. I was just in my own head, just thinking about stuff, like you know, like teenager, like young teenager. And I'm like, I wonder what'll happen if I put my foot in the tire.
Jesus Christ.
So, fuck it.
Why is that like... Why would you act on that thought? Like what did you think was gonna happen? Just
Dude, I don't know.
The bike just stopped. Oh, I didn't think that would happen.
It's kind of fucking insane that, like, I didn't lose my toes. But, like, yeah, it just... And I was going, like, I don't know how fast. But, like, I was going fast. Like, I was cruising. And just, like... It was like in SpongeBob when Squidward, like, goes down the hill. It just fucking... Like... I flew, like, I had to have done, like, a couple of flips and just landed, like, I don't even know. And I just remember there was this little old lady that was jogging, and she just sees the whole thing, looks at me, and it just keeps going. And, like, honestly,
She's
like
"That kid's dead."
I didn't deserve the help. Like, I deserve to deal with the consequences of that.
It's so funny. Oh, I wonder what happened.
Oh, I found out.
Your bike just starts levitating. You're like, what the? Holy shit! It worked. I didn't think this was possible.
You
but,
got the helium balloons.
This is the manual. It's like, to initiate anti-gravity, put your foot in the tire while moving at 30 miles an hour down a hill.
Straight up, dude.
That's crazy. One time, I was riding a longboard, and I was like 9 or 10, and I was going down this huge hill in my neighborhood, and I could bomb it like a champ now, but it was huge at the time. It still is. And do you board?
No.
Okay, so I'll describe. I'll break it down and because I'm also really stupid, so I don't know everything about it. But basically, so you have your wood board, which is like the deck, and then you have trucks. Which are which hold onto the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And so the trucks have one pivot point, and then the second point that's kind of holding on, and there's a thing called a cushion.
Okay.
And when you turn, your board, the trucks kind of push up against the cushion, so it's like gradual, and eventually it'll stop, so you don't get wheel bite.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And so the board I was using was so old, so it's normally made of rubber. It's really grippy, and when you squeeze on it, you can't move with your fingers. You have to put your full body mass on it for it to turn, and for it to squeeze. And I remember looking at it, and I had no idea what it was. So I remember looking afterwards. Actually, no, I remember looking before. And the cushion, so it's normally this bright green, like a neon green, like brighter than that.
I gotcha.
And and it was just gray.
Oh,
it was gray,
dude.
and normally it's the size of just a cylinder. It's just a perfect little short kind of like a chody cylinder, and it wasn't. It was shaped like an hourglass from it being eroded over time.
Holy shit!
And so when you're holding onto a board, if you smack the wheel or the tire, it'll give a little bit of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So you can crank it and then it'll actually move. I just remember going, and it just went. And I was like, all right, let's go. They're loose enough, let's go. And I went down the hill, and for the people that have never ridden a longboard or skateboard, once you start going a certain speed, once you start going just too fast for your brain to kind of handle, you try to balance, and so your board will start to move one way, and then your brain starts to put it the other way. But because you're going so fast, it moves quickly,
and it's overcompensating and shit. Yeah.
So it's called getting speed wobbles.
Yeah,
and the best way to look at it, or to imagine it, is if you're above you, and you have a bird's eye view of you, it would just look like a wave.
Yeah.
It would literally just look like a frequency wave. I'm not smart, so I don't know how to say it right. But if you were to look at waves, and so the frequency of mine, normally it's just a foot overall. That's the frequency of it. Just from one point to the other is 1 foot. Mine straight up was 10 feet. I was just going crazy, and I was like, what the fuck? This has never happened before. And I'm sitting down. Just let me clarify that.
Oh, God.
So I'm like, holy shit. And I'm going probably 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. And I'm like, all right, slow down. And I put my feet down to slow down. So I slow down and stop. Or kind of. I start going straight.
Okay.
Which was the plan.
Yeah.
Just reconfigure it myself, and I'll just be going straight. But my board did not, and my board just continued doing what it would. So I just go straight, and the board just flies out from under me.
Holy shit!
And I was going so fast that the friction of how fast I was going burnt through my khaki shorts and my underwear, and it hit my skin. And I remember walking home with two little holes just on in my khakis. I'm 9 fucking years old, and my brother had never really heard me curse, and I was like, "Fuck, holy shit, fuck, ow, ow!" And I guess I was new to cursing because it was it definitely didn't sound right. So I was like, "Oh, fucking fuck, shit, ow, shit." So I'm just walking home. Kev's like, "You good?" I'm like, I just gotta put something on my ass, man. This hurts so much, and I just remember just getting as much aloe vera as possible, just fucking laying on my ass. I just remember laying ass up on the couch, just watching Adventure Time for the rest of the day.
You're like snailing the
Yeah.
whole time.
And that was the last time I've ever sat on a board.
Yeah.
I still get like PTSD from it. No fucking way I'm doing that.
This was actually only a couple of years ago. We were having a family reunion, like all of the aunts and uncles and cousins and everyone. We all went to San Diego together, and my uncle lives like up on top of this like big hill, and from his balcony, like you can see over to Mexico. Like it's actually pretty cool. Like
That's sick.
bottom San Diego, like, and the hill goes to like, because I guess it's like a residential hill, but it goes straight to just like the busy ass streets of California. So me and my cousin,
Start. I wonder where this is going.
me and my cousin, I don't know why the fuck, like I'm usually, and that's why I don't skateboard, is like I know I'm gonna get hurt. And I like, you kind of just have to get hurt enough times that it's like, yeah, like it's whatever. Like then you can
get really
over
good
the-
at falling. After
Yeah,
a while.
and then you get over kind of the fear. It's like, well, I've been through this, like whatever.
Yeah.
But so I don't know why. Like I'm usually like kind of hesitant with that stuff, but just something about being with my cousins and like the childhood nostalgia and energy of it. We get on fucking just regular ass like razor scooters and go to the top of the hill, and like those things don't brake for shit anyway.
Oh no.
Like you could be going 5 miles an hour and hit the brake and like it's not stopping. Like so we're going like, and it's like a straight decline. Like it is a super steep hill. It took us like 5-10 minutes just to get to the top. Like so we're going down it, and we start getting closer to the road, and I'm like, well, obviously we can't just go into this road. Like it's like 5 lanes, like cars like speeding down every which direction. I get to the bottom. I don't even remember. I think I tried to jump off or something. Like,
yeah, that always goes really well.
like I started getting the wobbles, and it's like that thing is like hard to not get the wobbles just naturally. So I'm going like
Yeah.
straight up like probably 50 miles an hour. Like, I'm surprised there weren't, like, sparks coming off of it. Like, I just fucking, like, bail. And, like, somehow I land, like, right at the end of the road. Like, right before, like, I was worried, like, I was gonna land and my head would be, like, right at tire. Like,
Yeah.
somehow I made it, and I was probably all scratched the fuck up. But, like, dude, like, what the fuck what's up with us? Why are we like this?
Because we're dumb. We're just really stupid.
For good stories to tell on podcasts.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why we
really
do
good. I'm trying to think of like more injuries. I always get injured when I'm drunk. Like I have this. It used to be way worse, but that little scar right there. It used to be. You're not gonna be able to see it, but it used to be like this dark red, and it
Ooh.
was that big.
Damn.
And I remember it was at Temple, and I was just jumping on like curbs, and like they had like these weird benches because it's like an artsy school, so they like really
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, how do people not walk a straight line when they're drunk? I'm like, I'm pissed drunk, and I'm doing all this parkour and shit. Literally, as I'm saying that, there's like a bench. And it's just like that. There's no armrests or anything. It's just like a flat piece of wood, basically.
I gotcha.
My foot just hits right there, and my shin just goes BAM!
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you really hurt yourself when you feel it when you're drunk.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was
yeah.
like, yo, I gotta go home. And they're like, no. And I was like, okay.
It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And then this one, it used to be way worse, too. I got it on New Year's, and we were in my friend's barn, and he had like just redone it, so there was like some like scrap shit all like everywhere, but it was like good enough for like a bunch of people to come and drink, and I still don't know what it was. It's like this metal ventilator, something like that, and it was just super sharp.
Oh, God, dude.
And I just remember seeing my girlfriend, and I was like, yo! Because I hadn't seen her like all night, because I was just like partying. And I go to pick her up, and as I'm picking her up, it's just right there. It starts here, and just like ends. I was like, yo!
Oh.
And I was like, damn, that hurts. And I remember going up to Matt, and I was like, do you have any Band-Aids? He's like, dude, you got to see my sister, because it looked really bad. And she's like some nurse or something like that. And I remember this chick like kept following me, and she was like, "My mom's an EMT or something like that." She was like, "My mom's an EMT. Like I can help you." And then she was like, all the advice was terrible.
She starts giving you CPR.
But I remember his sister was like, "You need to go to a hospital for stitches." And I'm like, "I'm not going to a hospital." She's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "'Cause it's New Year's. It's gonna ruin my night."
Yeah.
She's like, "You need to go to a hospital. It looks awful." And I was like, Can you just bandage it up?" She's like, "Will you please go to a hospital?" And I go, "No." And she's like, "Fine." And they didn't have like any like bandages. So like they had like the white shit, but
Yeah.
they didn't have like athletic tape or whatever
Oh,
it is.
okay, yeah.
So they just got duct tape. They just fucking duct tape my arm. She was like, "At least keep it elevated, so you don't like bleed out." I was like, "Whatever." So the entire night I was just like, "Yo, what's up?" It was worth it though.
Ah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm kind of tapped out for any like that definitely takes the cake on any of the like random ass scars I have.
Yeah, they're always just like little ones that you're like, really, that scarred? I remember I still have this scar. You can kind of see it right there.
Yo, yeah, yeah.
Just like this little one. Literally, I just reached under my couch and there was a nail. It went, "Ew." And I was like, "What?" And then it was gone. And I was like, "Okay." And then a month later, I was like, "That's scarred. Why did that scar?"
Yeah, true.
It's funny though.
What have you been doing to stay busy?
Like just working, I guess.
Yeah.
I was working 2 jobs for a while, and then I got laid off from my one place because they got raided by the FBI.
Oh, Jesus fucking
So yeah,
Christ.
I was working for this diagnostics lab that would just, like screen people for COVID.
Oh, shit.
So it was chill because I could just get a bunch of free COVID tests. So any place I was going, they're like, "You need to get a COVID test before you come see us," because like my friend like has yada yada. I was like, "Whatever." I'd take it and I would get the results like that night.
Yeah.
So it was really chill, and I found out I got the blood test over there, and I found out that I already had it, but I didn't know when. I was like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, when did I have it?" I was like, I did lose my sense of taste for like a day.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, it was probably that. But during that time, I got 3 tests. All came back negative. So I was
That's
like,
whack.
"Oh, I'm fine. I don't have it." But yeah, they got raided by the FBI, probably because of their inaccuracies. They were like being funded by the FBI, or not. They were being funded by like the government. So they're probably like, "Bitch, I'm paying all this money. Where's it going?"
True. Yeah. See, what's scary about it is like I got it. Me and my friend got it the same day. We were actually recording a song, and it was like we had spent like a whole year like writing it and planning it out.
Is that your latest one that came
Yeah,
out?
Blackout. Yeah.
I like that one, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Once it's like close to 800 streams, I think. Once it hits 1,000, I'm dropping another single.
Hey, that's
Hell yeah. But yeah, we went to the studio and basically like it was we needed like the drums and like extra guitars and like.
Do you
gang
rent out at
vocals.
like a studio space?
So normally what I do is I have my friend Dylan Tash at Midley Grange Recording. He's recorded my last full album and all that, but because of COVID stuff, like he couldn't have it open or like very limited and stuff happened. I think he's like super at risk, like his parents were super at risk and stuff, so it was just like, yeah, like, no, I get it. So we went to this, I met some friends at a show, like right as COVID was hitting, because my album dropped March 13th of 2020, so like the day that like everyone was like, "Oh shit, this is serious, like we're shutting the world down."
Yeah.
So I had like a whole tour planned, and I got the album release show like that night I played, and then the next day I had a show in Philly, and that was all I got to
Where was like the extent of the tour? Was it just Philly areas?
It was I had Philly, I was going to go to Pittsburgh, I think I was going to go somewhere in New York. Yeah, I don't know. It was a few places. It wasn't like the biggest tour, but like it was like a month worth of like I'll drive here for a week and come home and then I'll drive somewhere else for the week or whatever. But yeah, so we went to the studio and like it was just this band that I had met at the show on the 14th in Philly. And we go to their basement and we're recording and they call up one of their friends who I had met at like a show before that, and he was like a cool guy, like it was fine, like whatever, we can use like the extra gang vocals or whatever. But so it was like 4 or 5 guys in a basement, and we were like, you know, I was friends with them, so I was like, okay, like hopefully I can fucking trust these guys.
Yeah.
And they called this guy, and he comes over, and unbeknownst to anyone, he was waiting for his results of a COVID test. Like something was up to the point where he thought he needed a test. And he's like, "Oh yeah, like I'll come chill." Fucking like straight up like licked the microphone, like fucking really like lifted up his shirt and rubbed his fucking tit on the microphone. So like, and then like we were there for like 14 hours recording this song just in one sitting.
Breathing in all that air.
And yeah, we get home at like maybe 2 a.m. and then like by noon the next day we're like we like find out, and he wasn't even the one to tell us directly. Like someone else in the basement was like, hey, he came, like go get yourself tested. And I was like, okay, like fuck that, but I feel fine. I go get my test, and I'm like, I feel fine, like I definitely would have known by now, and it comes up fucking positive. And my friend that I was with, Billy, who we like specifically wrote the song together, he was like fucking dead for like 2 or 3 weeks. Like he got it hardcore, and I was just like asymptomatic, which is like, I'm glad I didn't need to deal with it, but like that's so scary that like I could have had it. And if like, what if no one had told me? Yeah. You know, like I just go to my grandparents or like go like, you know, not like I'm really out and about anyway, but it's like I could spread it and have no idea. Be like, oh yeah, I'm totally fine, you know.
I feel like a lot of people drop the ball on that. A lot.
Yeah, that's kind of, and it's like, I mean, it's not funny, but it's like, you literally got your results 12 hours later. Like you couldn't have waited the 12 hours to be like, hey, no, I'm positive. I'm gonna keep you guys safe. Like, dope song though. At least it turned out like a good song. Yeah, wouldn't do it again, but
rubbed his tit on the microphone. Sorry, obligatory.
I gotcha.
Is that one of the disposable ones?
Yeah, I've been trying to quit, so I just like ran to the vape shop. It's a puff bar, and these are like notoriously really shitty. Like some of them just won't work. So I go, and he was like well aware of that. So he had like a little box, and he was like, it's like $5, kind of like a gamble. Like, it might work, it might not. I'm like, okay, I can spend $5 to have something. I was like, if I'm sitting here chatting, I'll probably want something.
Yeah. You ever thought about they have non-nick ones?
Yeah, I've used those, and I'm actually.
Do you feel the difference or no?
When it comes to like, if you have a vape that you specifically fill with juice, I can definitely tell the difference between like 50 nick and 0.
Yeah.
But with the like flares, they have the non-nicotine, and they taste the same. Like I don't really get a buzz anymore anyway. It just kind of like the chemical. Yeah, exactly. So like. I'm getting there. And my mindset, which I feel like obviously you're chemically addicted, but the mindset can help a lot. I'm just like, I don't need it. I don't need it. But like I work at a fucking gas station, so like I'll go like 2 days without my vape, and just like I'm not gonna buy another one. Like it's fine, I can deal with it. And then I'm at work for 6 hours just with tons of cigarettes and vapes staring at me.
And like nothing to do but work at a gas station.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to work at a gas station. I worked there for like a month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like I was bored out of my ass.
It's not too bad. I've started, but the worst thing, and I feel like this happens when I start new jobs and start to get in like the groove of it, I literally dream about like, especially when it's just like the same thing over and over. Like I've had dreams where it's just like scan, here's your change, and it's like, why is this fucking like I already did this today. Why are you like I literally dream of labor, I guess. Like,
I haven't had that yet.
Oh, it's so whack.
I work at Chipotle, and I'm one of the guys that. So there's like the online order line, and then there's just regular line where like they like go up and talk to you like this with the glass, and I'm normally the online orders, and I was doing it today, and I was working alone, and there was just, like this huge rush of people, and I was like, just as I was doing it, just midway through, I was like, dude, imagine if this was like a VR game. Like you wouldn't have to jack up anything to make it like way more intense. You just make the exact intensity just so that you know what you're getting yourself into. Bro, it's bad. It's so crazy. And I don't think it would be that hard to make into a fucking like a simulator either. Because it's literally just you look at a screen, you're like, oh, I need that, and then it could just like check off, and you're like, all right, move over, and then you just look over. That every once in a while you could have like some fat ass lady being like, hi, is my order ready? And you're like, this is the name. You have to like look at the name and shit.
I'd play it.
Though. I would too.
I'd pay for that.
Yeah, too bad I fucking only make podcasts. I don't know how to make video games. There's this one game called Dreams on PS4.
Yeah.
And I bought a PS4 last year solely for that.
Really nice.
Yeah, but it was so like it was so difficult, but also just like overwhelming. At first to
that
make a
makes
video
sense.
game.
Yeah.
So I didn't really make all that many like games.
Yeah,
I had a couple simple ones, but it was like fucking hard.
No, I bet. Yeah. I haven't played anything, but I've seen like the games people make on Dreams, and like they're all like fever dreams.
Yeah.
I think someone made like an Avatar.
I was just about to talk about
Airbender.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that looked really fucking
and it looks
cool.
really good. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I've been following that guy like the entire time, and it looks really good because he just it looks exactly like the video the cartoon.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Aang looks exactly the same. He made he's already made like the temple, like the air temple, the southern wherever he's from, and he made like Ember Island, and right now he's making like Omashu, like the not the Earth Kingdom with the huge walls, but the other one that's like in the middle of nothing.
Yeah.
He's making that right now, and it looks fucking exactly the same.
And it's like open
It's
world
nuts.
too, right?
Yeah.
That's honestly good for him.
Mm-hmm. And he talked to some of the voice actors, and they're like,
really?
"I'm so down.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's fucking sick." And I just want, I don't know why, just someone should just make a GoFundMe, and just be like, "All right, let's just get him like all the parts so that he can make it."
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like the main problem with all that is Nickelodeon doesn't want
Probably.
to give the rights to him.
Yeah,
Like
probably.
he can't. He was originally gonna call it like the Phoenix King, Rise of the Phoenix King, but they're like, yeah, you like can't call it that. Like you can't reference it at all. Yeah,
Oh
it can
my
look the
God.
same, but you can't have the same names. Even the characters can have the same names. Be like, Jesus Christ.
That happened kind of with the Friday the 13th game. I loved. It's such a bad game, but I love horror movies, and I love that
also
game.
love that game.
But
I'm fucking awful at it though. I'm so bad.
it's so funny, like. But it captures the cheesiness of the
Yeah.
80s movie. Like Dead by Daylight is like a good
dude.
scary
Yeah.
game. Like, but yeah, they were having a bunch of legal issues because I think that started as like a GoFundMe kind of like fan made thing that just kind of blew up. And then I don't know exactly what happened, but some guy in court was like, "Hey, like this is my movie," and it wasn't even like Sean S. Cunningham. Like I think it was just one of the like. Not to like discredit, but I think it was just like one of the writers of the first movie.
Yeah.
And it was this whole thing, and now they can't update it or anything, and they had all these
Yeah.
plans for it.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
That happens in music all the time too. My brother always talks. My brother's super into music. He probably should be talking to you right now. But fucking just with royalties and shit like
Yeah.
that, they're really just unempathetic and unforgiving about it.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to think people like kids playing these Friday the 13th games. It made me and a good amount of my friends just to like watch Friday the 13th
Yeah.
movies. Like I never really watched it because I was like they're like pretty cheesy and like
Yeah.
not all that scary, so like they don't age all that well. But like after playing the game, I was like, dude, I want to watch like the first Friday. I'm like, I want to watch that shit.
Yeah.
And but like even that right there, that's giving you revenue to your old shit. So like they wouldn't even like a lot of the time they'll take upwards of like 80-90% of the revenue,
I believe
which
it.
is
Yeah.
nuts. You know, be like, we're putting all this work to give you revenue, and then you're just gonna take all my money. Be like, yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Scumbags in LA.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did such a good job. Like I was
Yeah, it's a really good game.
Like there's so much,
kinda
so many
clunky.
Easter. No, yeah, like
Yeah.
the
But, like,
gameplay
that's
is
what adds
clunky,
to the
but-
fear. You're like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah, you're
this
like
game is so clunky.
at any given moment it could lag and
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
the
yeah.
entire thing up. But like no, just like the Easter eggs and like the set design. Like I know a lot of the houses are all the same, but like they took all the maps directly from the movie. And
Yeah.
it's like I on spring break I was watching a few of the movies that, and like I've seen all of them at some point, probably like maybe
Yeah.
twice, but it's like I went through like the horror phase and watched all of those and
Yeah.
like watched them like once, and I was like, okay, like cool. Like I picked out my favorites and I'll watch those every once in a while, but I was just watching like I think I watched 4 to at least 4 and 5, and I know 5 is kind of shitty, but we watched
Which
that.
one's like the newest one?
Well, they made a remake in
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah.
I saw that when I was like actually pretty young, and I didn't mind it. Like, I'm sure there are people that like hate all remakes, and like the Nightmare on Elm Street one and the Halloween Rob Zombie remake were not good. But like, I didn't mind the Friday the 13th one. I should probably rewatch that and see if I have different views. But
I remember the first time I watched that movie. It was me and my friend Parker, and he was like, "Yo, you want to come over to this girl's house?" I was like, "Not really." He was like, "Come on, bro. Like, she's a friend, and I just want to talk to. I'm just gonna make up names because I don't remember. So let's just say it's Emily and Sophie, and he wanted to talk to Emily. So he's like, "Come on, like I'm just gonna talk to Emily the entire time. You like, just come on, just be a boy." And I was like, "Fine, okay." And so it's like me and Sophie, and we're just sitting there, and like I like didn't want to talk to her at all. And I was just like, let's just like watch a movie. And she's like, okay. And then just press play, and she was already watching Friday the 13th. And I was like, fuck, I hate scary movies. I hate scary movies. I'm such a pussy. And I remember watching the first scene, and there's like some chick burning alive.
yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And she kept moving in.
Oh.
And I was like, I got a shit. And I went upstairs, and I just like hid for like fucking 20 minutes.
Oh God.
It's so funny though.
But no, I'm super excited. We got I mean like the sequel to the original Halloween that came out in 2018. I
Was that
really
good?
liked that one.
I heard a lot of good shit about it.
Yeah, I think sorry, I
interrupted you.
Oh, okay. I think I saw it in theaters like a couple of times, like cop that on Blu-ray. Like, yeah,
That's
I really
hype.
like that one. And they're doing like they're doing a sequel to that, and then it's gonna be like a new trilogy. So I think
That's hype.
the next one is like done. It was supposed to release last Halloween, but fucking COVID, so they pushed it until
want it to
this
come out in
year.
theaters. I really hope, and they probably are, but I really hope theaters don't die. Like they
Yeah.
definitely are.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the Barn Cinema? That's like more my area.
No.
My favorite theater, and it's like granted there are like better theaters, but
Yeah.
it's just that was
It's like a really old one, right?
yeah, it was literally like a barn that they
Yeah.
turned into a movie theater, and
That's
that was
sick.
just yeah. And I should probably fact check this to see, but like I went out to a bar not too long ago, and the fucking bartenders were like talking about it. I was like, no, because like literally the day before I passed the Barn Cinema, and I was like, if anything has to close down, I hope it's not that. And then like the next day I'm out at the bar, and they're like, did you hear the Barn Cinema is closing down? I was like, what the fuck?
That's nuts.
Like,
All this COVID shit really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. Just because like at first they made it seem like this huge problem, you know, and like the news like really wanted to panic because like you get so much money and like there's all this shit going on, and I feel like I don't know, like I hate to be that kid like complaining about like politicians, but like politicians were lying about it, you know. I don't know. I wish politicians were more honest, and I wish that like as people, I wish that our voters, including me, were smarter about who they pick.
true.
You know, because they, like I remember in the very beginning, they're like, you don't need to wear masks. It's like whatever, you know, masks don't do anything, and they said that in confidence.
Yeah.
Even though they had no fucking, like, they're just talking like they're talking out of their ass the entire time. When like a week later, they're like, holy fuck, like there's research showing that like they need masks. And they're
Yeah.
like, everyone needs masks, and like it was just back and forth the entire time, which was so annoying.
Yeah, there were so many issues. Like, there were so many things, because what was happening is people were buying masks, and then the hospitals couldn't get enough, and
Yeah.
and they were like, okay, well, maybe it's not necessary, and like,
I think that's one of the main reasons why they lied about it.
yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm still getting headlines of, like, things change, like, every week, it's like, oh, well, like, now you can be closer than 6 feet, and it's like, just, like, I just want to know what's gonna get this. Like, be the realist. Like, don't fucking, like, give in to, like, the crowd pleasing or whatever. Just, like, tell us straight. Like, I don't know. It's hard.
I wish they were just honest. They'd be like, guys, we just don't know.
Yeah.
There's not enough research. You know, it takes a while for these things to happen.
Yeah.
So if you have a compromised immune system, if you're more susceptible to just lung problems, and, like, if the flu would really kill you or really, like, do a lot of damage to you, then I would just be extra careful. I would probably stay inside. You know, it doesn't sound as good, but Hulu's pretty solid, so just stay inside. I wish that happened, because in places where they shut down everything, it was really good. They had 0 COVID cases, and then they're like, let's open up, we're fine.
Yeah.
And then they would get mocked.
Yeah.
You know? And the places that left them open, they're like, fuck it. You know, most places like down south, they're like, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
And they, like, got hit in, like, the very beginning, and everyone's like, holy shit, like, you need to, like, lock shit up. And the places that, like, locked up, they were fine for a little bit, and then once they unlocked, they just got hit by a wave. And then I know places like Texas and especially Florida just, like, really didn't care the entire time. They're like, whatever. And they had, like, an incredible amount of cases.
Yeah.
But it was more spread out over time, so, like it was, you know, it wasn't as bad.
Yeah, hopefully it's like, I still would imagine, I feel like the safest thing to do would be, like, give it a little bit, but it's like a lot of people are getting vaccinated. Like, at least that's kind of moving fast. Like, I got an appointment sometime next week. I don't know which one I'm getting, but yeah, like, that's cool. Like, we had obviously the song came out, like, you know, everything's, like, super crazy, and
Yeah.
you know, like, it was, I mean, obviously, since we ended up getting COVID, it was already risky enough to just go to the studio. But you know, like, we had ideas for the music video, and it's like, it's a party song, so it's like, we can't get 20 plus people to film this music video. And it's nice, like, I know enough people that are vaccinated and around that, like, you know, we're actually kind of talking about the music video again, like, coming up with some ideas. Hopefully, like, I've talked to a lot of people that are, like, double dose, like, fully vaccinated, like, you know, ready for it. And so hopefully, like, if things are, you know, chill out and we can be smart about it, like, hopefully sometime in June or, like, this summer we could shoot.
Yeah. I don't know how it is now, but I remember when the vaccines were first coming out, and I assume that they're probably the same. And they weren't telling people this. You can still transmit it. Like, you can still be a carrier of it. You just, like, can't be negatively affected by it. You're like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That, and yeah, that's another thing to be, like, super safe about.
But it's wild because, like, there were a lot of cases of people just being like, oh, like, I'm vaccinated, like, I can finally see my grandma or, like, my mom. You know? And then, like, they were getting sick and, like, shit like that. And there's some countries that, in order, like, to fly there, you need to be vaccinated.
Yeah.
Which, like, I would just like to know the reasoning of that. Just because if you can still transmit it, you know, like, I would completely understand if you're like, you need to be vaccinated to come in our country because we don't want you bringing that shit over here.
Yeah.
All right? But if you can still, like, transmit it, you still bring it over, then why do I need to be vaccinated for it?
I mean, yeah, it's like, it's better that you are, but no, I get what you're saying, is it's still, like, maybe, unless it's, like, business related, like, maybe you shouldn't be going to fucking Canada right now. Like, maybe don't fly to Italy and shit, you know? I don't know.
I bet there's a good reason, though. I hope there is. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe, like, all right, like, when you're really sick, well, one, we don't want you coming to our fucking hospitals, you know? Like that shit is way too complicated. Do not come to our hospitals. Or maybe it's, I don't know. It probably has to do with something that I'm just not understanding. Like, maybe the virus can only mutate, like, while you're sick with it. You
yeah,
know?
yeah, it's so beyond me. It's like
Yeah.
just I'm trying my best, you know.
I just really hope the situation is full of smart people that are smarter than me, being like, all right, you just don't understand this, but just listen to me. All right, trust me. And I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, but like I assume it's the opposite.
Why not?
You know, just talking about how, you know, they're like, oh, like you don't need to wear masks, just like in full confidence.
I specifically like on my way here, I was like, don't bring up COVID. It's like we're gonna go down a rabbit hole. It's gonna be
Yeah.
super depressing, but at least it's looking up. But fucking
Yeah.
catch any sports lately?
I don't watch sports.
Me neither.
My friends used to make a podcast called Off the Dome, and after 5 minutes of just like, oh, like how's everyone doing? They'd be like, all right, so let's talk about the NBA because it was like during March Madness,
Uh-huh.
and every time I'm just like, because I don't know shit about sports. I'm just not the guy. To talk
Yeah,
about
no,
sports
I
about.
I don't know the first thing about it. Like, I played baseball for a few years and I was terrible at it, but like. And it got to the point where it's like these kids are throwing such hardcore pitches. It's like
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit with that.
You're
Like
what the fuck? That broke the speed of sound. You're 8.
Yeah, right.
So, where'd you get that shirt?
Honestly, probably Spencer's. I love this. What is it called? Stephen Rhodes. He does
Stephen
like
Rhodes.
a lot of cool.
Yeah,
shit
I like the look
that.
of it. I like really retro looking shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty tight. But speaking of merchandise,
Oh,
brought
what is
that
this?
for you. A little
Strangeness
beanie.
in proportion.
And that ghost
Actually, this
is-
one's higher quality, so.
Oh boy,
Ayo.
that ghost is glow in the dark too, which is actually
Dude, that's
super
fucking
dope.
sick. Alright, so wait, you go like this and you flip
There
it
it
inside
is.
out.
There
Ew,
it
that's
is.
tough. I actually did need a black beanie.
Oh hell yeah! Now
Fucking
now
right.
that it's like fucking
Fucking
85 degrees.
No, I like wearing them in the summer at night.
Yeah.
We always go night skating.
Oh yeah.
Hell fucking yeah. I'm not gonna wear it right now. I gotta stretch it out later.
Yeah, they do need to be stretched out.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's
thing.
hype though. Making your own merch is so sick.
Yeah, it's fun.
How'd you make these?
I think on Spreadshirt or something. Just like there's like custom ink and stuff like that, just random stuff. But yeah, like that website's like pretty affordable, so it's like I'm not, I'm just glad if anyone's listening to my music or supporting in any way. It's like I don't want to be like, hey, buy this $40 beanie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I asked if you had a record player because I was looking for shit. Like I still have some of my vinyl, but I thought I was out of those beanies. I was like, oh, you'd probably like a beanie.
Hey,
But-
that's hype though.
Yeah, I love vinyl, so that was like, I was like, if people buy them, like cool, but like I want my music on vinyl, so
That's sick.
I'll
I
get
don't
a
have
few
a
of
record
these.
player. I want one really badly though.
They're fun. I have
Yeah.
like you should see my collection. It's like 300 something. Like it's stupid.
That's sick.
It's so stupid. Like. What?
That's nuts though. That's hype. I used to make my own merch.
Yeah, the nut shirt. Right?
Yeah. And then I have some other merch that actually maybe I might be able to find on the fly.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. But it's something I really want to start making. Holy shit, I'm at 3%. No way this is gonna work. But yeah, once I want to start over the summer. So I'm moving out soon, and once I move out, then depending on how much I'll be working, but I'll definitely be able to upload more on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then once I start uploading more on YouTube, then I'll go back into making merch.
Nice.
But I don't want to just be like, hey, like I'm making merch, and people are like, holy shit, like you're still like alive. Yeah, wait, I gotta quick find it.
Yeah, there was like, I think I told you this. There was a day where I was just going through like literally all of your YouTube videos, and they were just like, it was such a vibe. Like especially like this was a few months ago, so it was like colder out and everything, and like seeing like your summer vlogs. I was like, damn, I want to do that so bad. Like just cruising around.
Yeah, that's sick though. I'm glad you like it. I remember you texting me. You're like, yo, I straight up just like you said you like binged them.
Yeah, no,
And I was
straight
like,
up.
dude, yeah,
I
that's
just
hype.
I laid in bed and I was like, okay, next, cool.
That's hype. Well, if you have any videos or parts of videos you're like, yeah, this like sucked. Just like always let me know. I'll always take that feedback. As long as you're not like mean about it. Here's the
Nice.
yeah. So I want to put that on hats or
That would be
just
pretty
like
cool.
it's a pretty simple one.
I'd wear that on a hat.
Hey. I love that. Just like a bunch of people like a bunch of fucking little shape things. Yeah, but I wanna have a whole line of like it just looks like a kid drew it, but it'll say
Yeah.
like funny shit like fuck. That'll be the whole just fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, where are you thinking of moving?
Westchester.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My friends, they're getting a house soon,
Nice.
and they have a basement, and they're like, we have no person for this basement. I was like, I will live in that basement.
I will take that basement.
I want to make it look fucking sick though.
Yeah.
I want to get like a bunch of like the RGB LED lights and just like put them like everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to get like wall panels and just like make it look not like a dungeon. And then
Yeah.
I don't know how the acoustics will be, but hopefully they'll be fine.
You could get
the
I think
panels.
the acoustic foam. I don't think is super expensive.
I'm pretty sure it's like $20 for like
You get a
4
decent
little
amount.
things,
Yeah.
So, I mean, just DoorDash a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, DoorDashing on a college campus would be fire.
Yeah. True.
I bet the money's so good. I mean, I bet they tip really poorly, but I bet you get a lot
Yeah.
of orders, so it'll probably be worth it in the end.
Probably see a bunch of interesting people too. You would definitely at least have kids offering like, "Hey, can I smoke you up as your tip?"
Yeah, we used to do that like all the time. I remember we got a Pizza Hut driver, or it was Domino's. It was someone. They were delivering pizza, and we were like, oh, like we'll give you a tip if you sing the Krusty Krab pizza song. And he just balls to the wall. He was like, Krusty Krab pizza's full, and then we were like, yeah, dude. And he was like, can I hit that? And then my friend, like, he had a pen, so he was like, fucking yeah, I don't care. He's just so chill though.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's funny when you just like you find just like chill dudes like everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite people are people that just thrive on Reddit, comment on YouTube videos, and comment on Pornhub videos.
Oh my god, dude.
You ever done that?
No, I've never commented, but like I love just like
just, like,
seeing the
scrolling.
comment. Yeah, they're so funny.
They're so funny. You wouldn't realize how many comedians live in this fucking country. It's so funny.
It's also funny when people do like they leak gameplay or
Yeah.
I think like the whole like Shrek franchise on Pornhub, like
remember-
stupid shit.
I remember one time I was on the site and fucking on the hub as we call it, and on like the For You page or whatever they have was full Avengers Endgame fight scene. It was 42 minutes. And instead of just like watching porn, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm watching."
Yeah,
that. I watched
yeah,
the full thing. I was
I'm
like,
on
"That
it.
was such a good scene.
I'm on it.
It was so good. I love this movie so much."
The best nut I'd ever had.
Wait, they're just Tony, no.
I am inevitable.
Yeah, you are.
God. Oh my god. What's your favorite movie?
Fuck.
Superbad's definitely up
Yeah,
there.
super
for
bad.
mine.
I always talk about like the same 4 movies, so I got a
Yeah.
quick think. Everyone's like, "Oh, like what's your favorite song?" Immediately, every
don't
song
know.
just out of the brain. You're
Yeah.
like, "What is music?" Like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna name a bunch.
That's what I do.
All right. Infinity War, Avengers: Infinity War, solid. Kung Fu Panda 2, unfucking beatable. A Quiet Place is a really good movie.
I haven't seen that one yet.
A lot of
I
people
have
dislike
to.
it, and I normally
Really?
dislike those people. So
Yeah, I've only heard positive things about
it's
it.
really good. It's about these. Do you know the plot? Or not really.
I think so. Yeah.
So it's like this blind, like predator alien
Mm-hmm.
thing, and they just have to be completely silent.
Yeah,
so
that's what I
they
thought,
just like
yeah.
do ASL like the entire time, but it's still really good. It's still really compelling. Like you'd think that just reading subtitles of the entire movie would be ass, but you just get used to it after a while.
No, yeah, you do definitely.
It's a really
Same
good
with
movie.
like Parasite was a great movie, and everyone's like, I don't want to read the whole movie.
What's
And
that
it's
about?
like you haven't seen Parasite?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Honestly, like I only saw it the
Is it a
one
horror
time.
movie? What is it?
No, it's it won what is it like the fucking Academy Award? I don't know awards, but it won or an Oscar or whatever like
The
recently. But honestly, I don't even remember. People are probably gonna watch this and be like, "You're so fucking stupid." But it's a Korean movie, and it's just like, I think it's like a capitalist it's like a kind of commentary on social things. I don't know. It's a weird fucking movie, but it was like really interesting and really cool and well like put together and executed.
What's it called? The Parasite?
Just Parasite.
Oh, Parasite?
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch it, and then I'll let you know. Parasite. You ever seen The Thing?
I haven't, and that's like
It's a pretty good movie.
fucked. Yeah. Like the John Carpenter '80s one, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched both of them. There's one that came out.
Like 2011 or something.
Yeah, there's like a newer one and an older
Yeah.
one. And so the newer one, so the one of the 80s takes place after the newest one.
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah,
like
the
there
newer
are
one's
two
a
little
prequel.
camps, and so the first people find the wreckage of the first camp, which happens in like the 2011 movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they're both really good, and I like it. It's basically the whole plot is just Among Us. And like
Yeah,
that's
no,
literally
yeah,
it. Just
yeah,
Among
it
Us,
is.
but not in space. That's really it.
Yeah.
Among Us is still fire. In my opinion. It's great. I just found out that was the most played game of all time.
Really?
Yeah. But everyone played it. Literally
Yeah,
everyone played it. They're
you're
like, oh
right.
fucking hell yeah! I remember we when it was like first like in its prime, we'd get like 10 people and
Yeah,
we'd have a
easy.
bonfire and then we'd just be like, yo, do you want to play Among Us? We'd have just a full private lobby. It was so hard playing with people that you actually know.
Yeah.
And you see their faces because everyone's like so bad at lying. You'd be like, God damn it! Like I'm so bad at lying when it comes to any games like that. It was ass. It was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time, and
Yeah.
that was like one of those like quarantine. Like at the very beginning,
Yeah.
it was like because we still had like kind of a stockpile of things that had been made that were just waiting to release. But like, you know, we had like Animal Crossing and a bunch of movies were still coming out, and then like, just been a year, kind of like nothing.
It's nuts. I feel like everyone found like their little cliques.
Yeah,
Like I made way less friends, but I got really tight with all my friends.
yeah,
Which
no,
is-
yeah,
which is
that's
hype.
true.
Cause like we'd still go to the beach, but we would just go just where no one was. We'd just like isolate ourselves, and it would just be like literally just like a group of 10 people. We're like, we're not gonna hang out with anyone else. We just work and then we'll hang out. That's it, and it worked out really well.
That's good.
I missed partying though, just going out
Yeah.
and having fun. But I feel like now, dude, I'm so old now. Like I remember we went to West Virginia to just like have fun and like drinking, party and shit, and just like by the end of it, I was like, I just like don't like it anymore. You know, maybe it's just because I've been to way too many bad parties, but I just like I'm so old now. Where I'm just like this. Like, why am I here? Like, I'd rather just like chill and just like get food and drink with my friends.
Yeah, no, that's definitely like a vibe. Like I haven't been to too many parties, so it's like whenever I'm invited or like find out about one, like I'm all for it. But like yeah, like honestly nothing really beats just like chilling in the basement playing some video games with
Yeah.
the boys. Like you're not trying to like fucking impress anyone, like
Yeah,
you know.
that's how everyone is at parties. It's always just like it's always a play. That's really all.
Yeah.
It is. Everyone just fakes. They're like, I'm like awesome. Like, don't think I suck. And
Yeah,
then
that's
you talk to
true.
them for 5 minutes. You're like, just fuck you. Like, you're awful.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really humble like that. So no, like it was always nice when I'd go to parties and like my favorite people are. Let me finish because it's gonna sound weird. It's not that weird. My favorite people are people in relationships, like chicks or dudes in relationships, because I feel like they just have their shit in a good relationship.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
clarify,
yeah.
You know, not like holy fuck, like is he cheating on me? Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
like,
yeah.
He's not answering. Like can you text him? Fuck that. I like when they're just in a good relationship. They're like, I'm just here to vibe. That's
Yeah.
it. I'm not here to get some gross hookup. I don't care if I get too drunk. If I do get drunk, it's solely for me. Just have fun.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
And it was always nice because I'd go to parties and I wouldn't look to like get with anyone because I knew, and I'd always just like find like girls that had boyfriends and I'd be like, yo, what's good? Like let's chill.
Yeah.
And I was never like a sleaze about it either. There's some dudes that are like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I mean, you probably know my personality, but like, I'm the kind of guy that just like sits outside, not like isolates, but like, I've been on like the back porch, and it's like we just got the table, like, no one's smoking in the house, so it's like, yeah, we're just gonna chill
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
table.
yeah.
Like, people come and go. We're like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's like we always end up doing. We just like find like this little quiet area. We're like,
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. And it's like people come hang out if they're cool, they'll stick around, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
just people in and out. Like, the last party I went to, like, it was really funny. I don't drink that much, but that night, like, I walk into the party and we had like a backpack full of White Claw, and then we had like vodka and like other stupid shit. I had the backpack full of like a case or two of White Claw, and then we had one more case of it that wouldn't fit in the backpack, so I was just holding it, and I walk into the party, and dead ass, like, this sounds like one of those, like, dumb, like, Facebook posts, like, and then everyone clapped, but, like, I walk in, and the whole fucking party stops, and they're like, White Claw! It was like, yeah!
This is so funny.
It's like, that was the
Claw's
coolest I've ever been.
They're like, yo, let me get one. Be like, bitch, I only have one case.
Yeah. It's like, come hang out at the smoking circle, and I'll judge. I'll be like the Harry Potter sorting hat, see if you're worthy.
That's crazy.
Keep hitting this the wrong way.
So, all right. So when's your next song coming out?
Once Blackout, I don't have a date for it yet,
Okay.
but once Blackout hits 1K
Okay.
streams,
So how
I'll
long?
drop
Like
that.
how long? A month? 2 months?
Yeah, probably. Honestly, it's like it's almost at 800 and it's going pretty fast. So like probably within a couple of months. That would be cool if we got to film the music video for Blackout and like drop them at like similar times.
That'd be
But
sick,
yeah, it's a totally different vibe. So like here's the thing. I'm trying to move out too. And like, dude, like I'm excited, but I have no fucking idea how I'm gonna afford
I feel
shit.
that.
Like
I really feel that.
especially going to school too. Like I get so overwhelmed, and it's like I'm a good worker, but like it's not like I like it, you know. And I get like I don't know. It's hard for me to like accurately balance and prioritize shit. So it's like it kind of feels like it's either 100% work or 100% school, and I can't do both.
I feel that.
So it's like I don't know how that's gonna work. Like how many hours am I gonna have to work to afford rent and shit? But like I don't know. There's like a 0% chance I'll be able to like actively release music. Like of course, I have my guitar in my room. Like I can just fuck around and write shit. But my kind of thought process was like, here, I'll get like 4 songs or so, like work on them this whole year, and like try and slowly kind of like make it last. And it's like not like a farewell thing. Not like I'm like, you know, quitting or anything, but it's like, hey, like let's make this good. Like I'll have something that I can release like every once in a while. But like, yeah, it might be a while before like after this, it's like, who knows what the next thing is.
Yeah.
And it's so damn expensive. Like,
I bet.
you know, I'm just doing it like, obviously people are like super supportive, and I have people that keep coming back, but it's like, that's not going to cover like a full album worth of recording and time and everything. So
yeah, I forget who said this, but they said if you do something like your art, if you do something 500 times, it's a guaranteed by the 500th time, then you will like that will be paying your rent, like in full. So like, I don't know, like with songs, like that's hard as fuck, and I completely understand. 'Cause it takes like a month to make a song.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
minimum. Yeah.
But like if you really have that number just like on your mind, then you'd be like, all right, well 500. That's like a set number. If you do something 500 times, it's going to pay your rent. So you got to think, all right, well, do I like this enough to do it 500 times?
True.
And how long would that take, and how can I minimize, that time?
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know, the average YouTube channel that has over 10,000 subscribers has 100 videos. I think the number's like 120.
That makes sense.
You know?
I believe it.
So like, you really, all right. If you make, how many videos do you think you have on your channel? Like 4 or 5?
No, more than that, because there was a period like I tried to ride the fucking gaming channel with the fucking Minecraft video.
Yeah.
Like that has a few stupid ones that we did. My music channel has like, I don't know, I have the songs, I have like live performances, I have a few music videos. Yeah, I don't know. I have a decent amount. I mean, I've privated a lot of them because they were kind of just like bullshit.
Yeah.
But
I feel that. But I don't know, like whatever it is. First off, like I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I will. Like I'll follow you all the way, and I don't know. I really like your music, and like I don't say this to like a lot of artists, but like your potential's really there.
Oh, I appreciate
You know,
that.
like out of anyone I really listen to, I'd be like, all right, well, this is fucking solid. You know, and like I don't know anything about music, so I can't be like, oh, like this is what you should
Yeah,
do better
yeah.
or anything like that. I just think, really, just keep enjoying it, and if you keep enjoying it, then it'll show.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah, for sure.
most people just like artists because, or they'll listen to artists because like they fucking enjoy them as people.
Yeah.
You know, if you're having fun while doing it, people watching you will too.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Like it radiates, it like manifests, like you can see their personality in it. And I don't know. I have like serious songs, but like I'm a pretty fun person. Like a lot of my songs are like, you know, might have serious undertones, but it's still like goofy. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
just like I can get real sad if I have to, but I can have fun at the same time. And that's
Yeah.
like I don't know. I feel like my personality shows a lot in my
Yeah.
in my silly songs.
Well, yeah, it's been I
Been
don't
a
know.
hot minute?
Yeah, it's been like what 2 hours?
Oh,
Hour and a
shit.
half? I have no idea. But how can people listen to your music? Where can they find you? Like, just plug it right now.
Just go off. It's Strangeness in Proportion on all streaming platforms like Apple Music, Spotify. I'm on Instagram at Strangeness in Proportion _band. I got a YouTube channel. You can find my music videos there. I'm now on TikTok. I think is just Strangeness in Proportion. Like, you know, I all the basic shit. There's Bandcamp. I got some merch. I got vinyl. But yeah, and honestly, like, I love when new people like shoot me messages and they're like, "Hey, like, I just picked up your record at like the store. Like, I
Hey.
just, you know." I was like, "Oh, what the hell is this? It looks cool," and now I like it. You know, just like
That's hype.
I'm not the kind of person that's like, "Oh, like I'm above anyone." Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love seeing comments and like even if they're
Hey.
negative, just
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
they took the time. I mean, don't
Yeah,
swarm
don't
me with
berate 'em.
negative comments. But I might cry a little bit, but no, yeah, that's go check out Blackout. Get it. That's my camera.
No, that's your camera.
That's my camera.
Yeah.
Get Blackout on your block to 1,000 streams. I'll release a new single called Huge Handwriting.
And then once
Yeah.
once you release that, I want to have you back on.
Oh, I'd
As
love
a returning
that.
guest, obviously.
I'd love to be here.
Fuck yeah. All
Hell
right.
yeah! Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. See you in the next one. Hell yeah.